Oh my goodness, I am so excited. For one, if you know me, you know, like, you probably like, what? She on camera? I don't, I don't fucking play. But I just feel like that's where the spirit was guiding me. So here I am, and I want to say hey to anybody watching this. Thank you for tuning in. This is like my personal little thing. My very last episode or podcast episode was titled "It's Okay to Be Wherever You Are." And it's so crazy because I say this is my personal thing because I am healing with this podcast. It's a reflection of me and where I am. Real shit. So like I woke up that day and I was just proud just for doing the episode, but I was feeling some type of energy that was heavy. So afterwards, that was in November. So that was the last episode I did, was like November the 14th. And I haven't done another one since. But I've been recording constantly. Most of the videos I was recording, I was drunk, I was high, or it was stuff that I was going through right then at the moment. And I think I needed to sit on it a little longer. So none of these videos got posted. Things happened to where I don't even have them anymore. And I truly feel like God works in mysterious ways. But I'm happy to be where I am now. From November 14th till now, it's almost like I'm a whole nother person almost, but still that person. So I'm still in the self journey. I just feel way further along than I did in November. In November, I could not see myself sober. I was struggling bad with alcohol and weed. It was a fucking struggle. But things happened over this break, over these several months. And who I am today is so different. Like how I get up and operate my day is so different. I just thought it was so powerful that my last episode was titled, "It's Okay to Be Wherever You Are." Because I was really talking to myself. Like, it's okay to be wherever you are. Don't get discouraged because you're not posting, because you're growing, you're elevating, you're going through spiritual journeys, which is way more important than making posts every day for people to follow and watch. Personally, I never saw myself as wanting a fan base, even though I want people to tune in, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to be, it's a thin line between wanting something and not wanting too much of it. Like, I think my perspective is powerful and I think I can help a lot of people. And I think I'm still discovering ways to do that and how I want to do it best. And I think that I also, at the same time, don't want to do things specifically to get people to watch. But that's what you have to do to get people to watch as far as promo and marketing and stuff. So it's like finding my balance with me being a person and healing through my journey, but also showing up and being here for my podcast. But the best way to show up is to show up authentic. And that's why the fuck I'm here right now, because this is authentically me. I showed up on camera when I authentically felt like I could. Yeah, it's powerful to me. Sometimes when I look back at things and I see how I was speaking life into myself and I see how I allowed myself to have the time and space that I needed to be away and to be with me, if that makes sense. I truly believe everything happens for a reason. How to see the energy working, it's like amazing sometimes when you see how God move. And I'm not talking about from a religious aspect. I don't care who feels the type of way about me saying that. But I think it's important to note that. I'll do another podcast on where I am spiritually and what I believe in. But I've been hesitant to do that because I was raised Christian. So I know what it took for me to come out of that mindset. And it's like, do I want to put myself out there? Somebody who don't even like being in videos or posting too much for people. Do I want to put myself out there for all these extreme Christian people to come at me crazy? I don't know. But then at the same time, it's social media and it's a startup podcast. Who knows how many people it'll reach? Maybe it'll just reach the people it needs to reach. But if they do say something crazy, hey, it's social media. Blow my shit up. Let people who need to see it. Let it get around. But yeah, so I'm just proud of myself for allowing myself to take the time that I needed for me. And I never got discouraged. I never thought about not coming back. I never thought about not finishing my podcast. Like I said, I continue recording. I continue writing stuff down that I wanted to talk about. I continue saving videos, sending them to myself on Instagram. But it's just different. I'm in a new place now. Like, this whole house that I'm in now, I did not have November, nor could I see the vision of, which is an apartment. But I absolutely love my place. It's perfect for me. You know, there's just so much stuff has changed in my life and for my life since the last time. I'm rambling, but just allow yourself to go through the processes and don't be discouraged through it. I know that I'm becoming who I need to be to say the things that I need to say. If this is the realm or the, you know, way God want me to do it. I had a breast cancer scare, right? A legit scare. Like, I feel lumps in my chest and they hurt, and I made an appointment. This was also a very telling time for me when it came to my friends. Just saying. Over this break, I have cut off I don't have no friends. I have me and my man. And we argue sometimes like anybody else, but that's my bestie. That's my nigga right there. Like, that's my home skillet biscuit. Like, I couldn't ask for a better friend, lover, whatever. Like, he's so persistent and consistent. It's crazy. But yeah, I have absolutely no friends. And I feel good. I feel light. Me and my family are actually getting closer and developing stronger bonds. And it's not like a force or trying to be besties or nothing like that. It's more of a healthier, like, I accept you for where you are. I'm not going to ask you for more than I know you can give, and vice versa. Like, it's becoming a very healthy thing. You never know how outside people may be distracting you. But back to the breast cancer scare. I say that it was a telling time with my friends because I only had very few friends. And I really was scared to go to this appointment by myself because my grandmother died when my mom was 9 because of breast cancer. So I was very nervous. You know, I didn't want to be there by myself. Me and my sister wasn't the tightest at the time. We were still trying to get back in touch with each other. And it was just scary for me. And some people were like, of course I'm going to do whatever to try and be there for you. And then some people were kind of like, oh, well, let me see. And I don't know. And kind of forgot about it, never even brought it back up or asked about it or nothing. Like, you could just tell who cared and who did not care. So the breast cancer scare was real, but it turned out good because they said that. So this is a tip for people here. All right, if you have lumps in your breast, I have a non-padded bra, so don't judge my little bitty bitties. But if you have lumps in your breast and they hurt, or you can feel them, they solid. It may be fibroids or cysts. It may not be like a tumor, a cancerous tumor. It could be a fibroid or a cyst, something that is like, I think benign is the correct term for non-cancerous stuff. So that's what she told me when I got there. So the first thing she did was like touch on me and stuff. And she was saying that because they were moving, that let her know that they were non-cancerous. So cancerous tumors or lumps that you would find in your chest would most likely be solid, hard like a rock, from what she explained to me, and that they would not move around. So because they move around, it could be caused by hormones or whatever, again, fibroid or a cyst, and sometimes those can go away on their own. If they continue to hurt too bad or if they continue to grow, then I would have to get surgery to get them taken out. So after my first appointment, I never went back. Not because I don't care about my health, but because I believe in God, and this is a spiritual thing, not religious, because it's a little different when it's spiritual. Oh, don't judge me. But I believe in God, right? And I believe that he put us here with everything that we need to survive. I do know that our diet and our way of living in today's life is why we deal with things like cancer. So I know that if it got scary, or if I began to get sick, or if I felt like it was something else, then I would immediately go all herbal, alkaline, and I would do what I needed to fucking do. Because she confirmed it, like, and she didn't confirm, but she was like 90% sure that it was not cancerous. I was good enough to go with that. The second appointment was going to consist of some radiation from a machine to, I think it was like an ultrasound, but not an ultrasound, but they said it would cause radiation or whatever. They didn't do it the first time around because they like to feel stuff first to try and avoid going that route. So they were going to wait a couple months, and then I was going to come in and do that. But I'd rather not expose my body to any radiation that I don't have to. Period. I have faith. I truly do. Like, I really do. And I believe that if I had signs that it was cancerous. Even if I went back to the doctor, she felt it was like, okay, this is concerning, alkaline, Dr. Sebi, herbs. I'm doing what I need to do, period. So that was scary, but I was so happy to have come out how I went in, which is fine, you know. And that was the thing that meant the most to me, more than anything. I learned to kind of take the bad with grace, right? So I wrote this for my podcast. I'm gonna read it because this ain't none of them Instagram videos where I remember this shit by heart and I practice. I do have a mic set up and stuff, which is what I was recording on before. But even then, I still let it be mostly ad-lib. I just wrote down thoughts and allowed myself to speak on them. I even want to do this with somebody sometimes. But I just gotta find, I guess, or I'm gonna allow God to gravitate them to me, but somebody who has, like, who's intellectual, you know, and who's open to have, like, these deep conversations. But I put, you got to take the bad with the grace. You know you are supposed to learn something that's going to help you in the future or someone else. Sometimes bad is all about perspective, right? There was a Jessie J interview that I referenced in here where she said that when she has a problem, she look at it from a bird's eye view, meaning that she imagined herself being a bird, completely disconnected from herself, just flying over her as a human experiencing that problem and how that bird would view it. And that is how she allows herself to carry throughout the day, which is important because mindset is everything in life. That is literally one of the powers of God that he sent you here with to help you navigate your life in the healthiest way. Again, I'll do another video on spirituality because I'm starting to feel like it's more important for me to have a video that explains the basics, because I think everything else flows from that. It starts from what I believe and then I elaborate. So I'm gonna do another, I guess I have to, so I will. But after the bird eye view, I put a lot of things we stress about we don't deserve all the energy. A lot of the things we stress about does not deserve all the energy we give to it. Our feelings are valid, but we can't sit in an emotional state. We have to feel, release, and determine how you need to move forward in a healthy way. So feel it, release it, and determine how you need to move forward. And that's it. Period. Man, so I was stressing about everything during this break too, a little bit. Because I was like, dang, what if I don't come back? I'm doing all these videos. I'm posting nothing. Like, what am I doing? Am I starting another thing and not finishing it? But like I said, it was a transitioning period. I had to allow myself time to bloom and be me completely. Like I said, friends fell off within the last couple of months. All of them. Deuces. Bye. Okay, like, it was needed because I was feeling a tug. Oh my God, I was feeling a tug. And then when I was questioning things, when I was questioning these people in my head, it just didn't sit, something just did not sit well with me about it. But I'm like, you know, everything requires work and growth and stuff. And, you know, most of the friendships that I had at the time started off with a very fluent conversation about what we expected out of the friendship, what we wanted as a friend, and what we expected to be and give as a friend. So I felt like it was very positive, you know, starting out. And I had no reason not to want to put in the work to make it work. And that's one thing I will always love about myself. I just got an email. That's one thing I will always love about myself, is that nothing is ever too much for me, even when it's too much. And I had to accept that within myself. Like, I'm emotional as shit, but I can handle it at the same time. But anyways, like, I was just questioning a lot of stuff. And then as people started to fall off, my vision got clearer. And it was getting clearer and more clear and more clear every single time that I was losing somebody, or I slowed down communication with somebody, or I didn't continue the people pleasing. Even though I don't people please all like that, it still come out here and there. And when I notice it, I take a step back and I be like, what's going on? Why am I doing this? What are you bringing to the table? I'll take accountability for me too, but 9 times out of 10, if you people pleasing, that's something the other person is bringing out of you as well. So they may have that energy too. It's my sister. So my video, I forgot to pull an inspirational quote. So every episode, I know in my previous episodes, I'm not on camera, But I am pulling an inspirational quote and I'm putting them on this old mirror that I've never used for real. Now I'll be using the bottom half. Anyways, I put them on there. It's actually inspired some other ideas. I may have something special coming for y'all, but I didn't pull one on that last video. So I want to pull an inspirational quote because it is something that I do every single episode. So, oh, shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. I actually made this bottle. I know I needed to do some other stuff, but the best part about this was the eye. To me, this came out the best out of everything else I was trying to do. And it's funny because I ended up using this as my inspirational quote jar, so I just feel like it was meant energy just be flowing. So it's a very narrow bottle, so I try not to grab the first one that I feel. Yo, and I talk a fucking lot, so if you watching this and I'm talking fast, you gotta let a bitch know. Okay. Oh, I might have needed this today because I was having kind of an iffy morning. I'm thinking because I also want to explain why I'm in a whole nother video doing this. So my sister called while I was doing the last video, and we are building a relationship, so I try and be there for her. She reached out to me for anything. And after me and her got off the phone, I went to log into my old Instagram because remember, it's been a while since I posted my Instagram for this page, and I couldn't get in at all. So I took the inspiration for this video that keep blooming, forever blooming, and I feel like that was just energy speaking to me, and I made a whole new Instagram page and a whole new Apple Podcast page that I'm going to be posting on now called Forever Blooming. On Instagram it's forever__blooming. So that's why I'm in a whole nother video now, because the last 2 days I've been trying to revamp everything that I have that was up in the AM now to Forever Blooming. So yeah, so this says what you feel you attract, right? And it's my handwriting, so fuck you. But what you feel you attract. And I'm gonna put this on the board. I do have tape to make sure that it sticks up, but we just gonna stick it up there right now for face value. And then next time you see my episode, it'll be taped down, and then we'll be ready for that next square. And another thing that I've been learning too is to not speak as soon as you feel something, especially if you're in a relationship or something like that. Sometimes I'm in my moods and I would prefer to be quiet than to make him feel like he did something wrong or I'm attacking him. So sometimes I just allow myself to feel what I feel first and determine the best way to go about that, because I know what I feel I will attract. So I'll tell myself, okay, we're just going through some emotions right now, you know? But yes. Oh, I hate these fucking bags. But yeah. So thanks if you made it this far. If you watched this video, thanks for tuning in and continuing to tune in. And I hope you continue to watch as I grow. Deuces.